Ears. Yeah, it's getting close to Easter. And I found these ears in the Easter box when I was decorating for Easter last month. And I put a reminder in my phone to wear them this Thursday and next Thursday because it's almost Easter. And I completely forgot about it. So thank goodness I did put the reminder in my phone because otherwise I wouldn't have them on. And, oh, I'm hearing myself talk. I need to close all these things. You only need to hear me once. What I wanted to say was, do you see this pink thing? What looks like there's some light over there? That's Peepers, the duck. Still here. Those of you that may have joined me last week would know that my son brought home a baby duck because he was going to give it to someone. What he's going to actually do with this duck, I'm not completely sure. Yes, Diane, this is my Playboy bunny outfit. I really don't think that I would qualify as a Playboy bunny. No. Anyways, so my son brought home this cute little baby duck, adorable little thing, and he is planning to give it to a friend girl. Yes, I did, Kim. I named him. Of course I did. And so the duck was supposed to be gone like Monday at the latest. Okay, so fine. I had the duck over there in this other room because, you know, it makes noise. And but then he comes down to tell my husband and I on Sunday night when we were watching TV that the duck is not leaving on Monday because the person that he's giving it to, their flight got canceled from spring break and they are stuck in Las Vegas. So they're not going to be here until Thursday, probably. So I'm like, so I got to have this duck here for like 4 more days. Okay, mind you, I had already fallen in love with the duck. So it wasn't horrible that he had to stay here for a few more days. So I actually felt sorry for the little thing because it's in that room all by itself, you know, and I kept the door closed and I thought, oh, you poor little thing, you should at least be somewhere where there's interaction and noises. And so there he is in my stamp room. So when I go to flip the camera, I'm going to go over there and let you guys see. I named him Peepers. I know it's totally original because the thing peeps a lot. Well, it doesn't peep as much anymore, but you can hear it. It like whistles or something all the time. I don't know if it's like how they breathe, you know, the little holes they have in their beaks. I'm assuming those are nostrils. I really don't know anything about duck anatomy, but it whistles all the time. It's like always making these little tiny little soft little peeping, whistling, chirping noises. In fact, it's doing it right now. I don't know if my phone's, if it can pick it up, but you'll probably hear him when we go over there. Anyway, so Peepers has been around for a while. Okay, that's story number 1 of 3 about my son. I will try to make this quick because nobody has 3 hours to listen to the silly shenanigans of my child. So Friday night, he's got this junker Ford Ranger. I've told you guys about this before. And it's a piece of junk. It really is. He bought it because he wanted to just be able to beat it up and not care. If something happened to it, he didn't want to care about it. So he's got this piece of junk Ford Ranger out there. So they decided to take it up the mountain on Friday, I think it was. My husband had gone up there in our Razor and he had come and he had no problems. He got through, no problems. So my son and his friend decided to take the Ranger up there and see what kind of mischief they could get into. So at 8:00, he calls us and says, we're stuck on the mountain about 6 miles from the start of work. We live very close to the mountains in Sheridan, Wyoming. So in like 10 minutes, I can be on a dirt road going up the mountain. Okay. And you go up this windy road and then you get to the top and you kind of go across for a while. And then you get back into the mountains where it becomes nice and wooded again and everything. So he's back in the wooded area, stuck. His Ranger is stuck. So he's apparently called a bunch of friends who have tried to get up there, but because it had gotten kind of nice, the snow had kind of melted and it was a big kind of slushy mess. So of course my husband's like, yeah, we'll come up and get you. So we pile into my husband's truck, him and I. We start to head up there. We get to the top of the windy road and we're heading across the what's supposed to be flat part. And all of a sudden it becomes very apparent that we're going to get stuck ourselves. So he had chains. So we get out. The wind is howling like you can't even imagine. The wind is howling. It's starting to snow and it is foggy as all get out. You can see maybe 5 feet in front of you. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, my son is up here somewhere stranded, and my mother instincts are kind of kicking in and I'm freaking out. And now we're stuck-ish. So my husband, finally gets the chains on. We're out there. He gets them on. We start to go. The chains aren't really doing all that much. We are literally going like maybe 10 miles an hour. We are just trying to plow through this slushy, wet snow. So all of a sudden my son calls because if they take their phone to a certain spot, they have some service. And so they call us and they're like, where are you guys? And I'm like, dude, do you have any idea how crappy this road is? We're driving so slow. We're probably going to get stuck ourselves. I said, I can't guarantee that we're going to get to you. You might have to sleep up here tonight, which of course I did not want to do that because he's my baby. I don't want you stranded up on the mountain in a blizzard. Anyways, long story short, we finally are getting to close to where he's at. And I tried to call him again. We couldn't get a hold of him. So we're just driving. We keep driving. All of a sudden my husband's like, hey, I think I see a light. Well, we keep going and the light gets a little closer. It was their cell phone, one of them. They had decided that they were going to walk out of there. 6 miles. They were going to walk out because they were not going to stay up there. So lucky for them, we retrieved them because, as mom and dad, we weren't leaving without them. There was no way. My husband's like, if we get stuck, I will walk to where they are and they will walk back here and we will get out of here. So he had to leave his truck up there. So he had to go back up there on Monday. And that was a whole other story to get his truck out of there. Oh my gosh, this kid of mine, I don't know what. So that was a whole ordeal in and of itself, getting the vehicle off the mountain. So then this morning he comes down and he says to me, my eyes are hurting really bad and I can't really see out of them. What are you talking about? Well, apparently yesterday he's interning at a welding shop and, he's not stupid, but apparently he's stupid because a guy was welding and he was working over here, but he didn't have any sort of welding helmet on or anything like that. So unbeknownst to him, his eyes are getting flash burned, sunburned, so fine, we'll go to the doctor. So I call the eye doctor. Can you possibly get my dumb kid in today? Yes, they can. So we go in there. Yes, he's sunburned his eyeballs. And so they gave him some, the doctor mixed up some numbing medication into some eye drops and told him to take some ibuprofen for the next few days and to use these drops. And so hopefully they would, it'll get better. She said, it's not going to be a problem. They'll be fine. Oh my gosh, seriously. What is with these children? I guess what is with my child? So, last Thursday, I had a tiny little funny story to tell you about Mr. Peepers. And now, in a matter of 5-6 days, he's had all this stuff go on. I'm just like, what is up with you, child? But then I think to myself, what am I going to do for content when he moves out? I will be the boring channel on YouTube that nobody will want to come watch me because I won't have any funny stories to tell you anymore. There you go. Okay, I know you guys want to see Mr. Peepers, so I'm going to take my camera out of this holder. I'm going to go over there, and then you can look at him because he's so sweet. Oh my gosh, I love him so much. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to try to flip the camera. Oh, that was a lovely shot of me. Go, there we go. Okay, are you guys ready? Look how sweet he is. Oh my gosh. Hi, Peepers. So this is Peepers' home. It's 2 Stampin' Up! Boxes put together. That's his foil ball that we made for him today that he pushes around. That's his towel that he loves to sit on and pick at. Here is a little mirror that I bought him at the pet store, and he loves to, there's little beads on that thing, and he likes to flip them back and forth. And then over here, we have some toys that I made. This is just like a hanging clip that he can peck at his beak. And this is a silicone straw. And then there's his big electrolyte water jug. And then I had read online that they like to dunk their head. So I have this little baby cup here that he can dunk his head in. And then here's his food. Oh, and there's some poo. And this thing poos a lot. Peepers, can you talk to the ladies? Huh? Can you talk to the ladies? Huh? Come here. He's so soft. There's Peepers. Hi, Peepers. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am just in love with him so much. I love him so much. He's so sweet. And we let him out and he runs around and yeah, I know, Cheryl. I don't know. I'm going to have to give him away because he can't stay here. I don't have time to take care of a baby duck. Oh, he just pooped on his towel. Lovely. Anyways, that's Peepers. So let's go over and do some stamping now. Yeah, it's going to be hard to give him away. I'm not going to lie because he, like I said, he is just the sweetest little thing. And he just makes these adorable little sounds. And he's funny. He runs around in there like a crazy person. And when we let him out, oh my gosh, he's so funny. He just follows me around. I think he thinks I'm his mother. And he just follows me around everywhere I go down here. So I have to kind of be careful because he is kind of small and he's like right on my heels. And I almost have stepped on him. So yeah, kind of crazy. Anyways, so that's Peepers. So much fun. Oh, you guys are all commented about how cute he is. And he is. He's just so sweet. I love him so much. But yes, I'm going to have to get rid of him because he can't stay here. I've got work to do. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to do my taxes. And with him sitting over there, he's a very nice distraction from taxes because who wants to do taxes anyway? No one. Okay, so as you guys probably know, our new catalog is out for demonstrators. Yeah, Denise, I thought I'd only have them for a couple days too, but apparently the girl who's getting the duck was out of town and her flight got canceled, and so she's not going to be here until, I think she actually lands today, so he's planning to give her the duck tomorrow, so fingers crossed, because I've got stuff to do. Have you gone over to their side of I know, I really didn't want to keep him, but yeah, I know, it's just crazy. So anyways, with the new catalog means that I am going to be offering my In Color Club again, you guys. And an In Color Club is every month for 5 months. If you join the club, you get one of the Stampin' Up! New In Colors. You get all the things that we have in the In Color collections. And so I have a little photo of it here, but I'll show you. You would get 2 yards of the ribbon. So let's say each month. So the first month, let's say you'll get Tahitian Tide. It depends what color you get, but you'll get all of them eventually. So you're going to get 2 yards of the Tahitian Tide ribbon. You're going to get, of course, the Tahitian Tide stamp pad, this Tahitian Tide marker, Tahitian Tide refill, the Tahitian Tide baker's twine, some cardstock in the same color. You get a half a pack of that cardstock. You'll get 2 pieces of the ombre glimmer paper. Look at that. That is just beautiful. You will also get 4 pieces of the designer series paper. These are the 4 patterns. You'll get 4 pieces of the paper in the color. And you'll also get, do I have now 4? I think it's 2. 2 of each. So you'll get 2 cards and 2 envelopes each month in that particular color. And then if you want to, you'll also get the dots. You'll also get the ombre dots. And then if you want to add on the Stampin' Blends, you can. That is optional. I do have a link to join to register for the club, I guess basically it is, in the description of this video if you're interested. You will eventually then get, of course, the box to keep your markers in. I'll give you the box. You will get the package. You'll eventually get all the twines, and so you'll get the little package to keep those in also. And yeah, it's just a really great way to get all of the In Color items without spending, hundreds of dollars at once. So if you're interested in that, the club itself is $43.99 a month for 5 months. And now, yes, the price has gone up, but there's a number of items in the Stampin' Up! Catalog that we're having some price increases. So, I mean, it is what it is. Everything in the world is increasing, so Stampin' Up! Is too. And so, yeah, and then if you want to add on the opals from last year's In Colors, the Pale Papaya, Polished Pink, you can do that for an additional $8.50 in your first month. So that's that. Link is in the description of the video. So my Create Where You Are class to go for the month of April is the Honeybee Home. Those of you that know me know I hate bees and wasps, but I'm trying to get over my hatred/fear of these things. What better way than creating with a stamp that has bees in it, a stamp set that has bees in it. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. But anyway, that's my class to go. So you can get that. The bundle and the kit is $102.45. The kit's $45. And then if you want to add the Hive folder, you can for $11.25. My online class for the month is a fun fold class using the Dahlia Days bundle. There's going to be 9 fantastic fun fold cards. Dina Kelly and I will be collaborating on this, and we will bring you some amazing fun folds. You can get the whole shebang, which is the Dahlia Days bundle, Flowering Fields DSP, Polished Dots, the white crinkled seam binding, Expressions in Ink ephemera pack, 108, pre-cut cardstock kit, 48, and then if you want the online only, 25. PDF tutorial library. I always talk about this. I do have it on my blog. I do need to add some more things to it, but as of right now, there are some things there's a whole bunch of them. I don't know, there's maybe like, I don't know, 40 tutorials, maybe more. I didn't actually count them. I think I have one Cactus Cuties class left. If you're interested in a kit for the Cactus Cuties bundle, I believe I have one kit left. Waves of the Ocean, the foil has since sold out, and so have the gems, so I can't offer the whole shebang anymore. I can only offer the cardstock supply kit and the online only for that, and I do have about 2 of these left. Stamp Happy Academy, we have to talk about this every time we're live because it's amazing. A lot of you girls that are on live right now are members of Stamp Happy Academy. I do want to say that as a perk of being a member of my team, you do get a free basic membership once you've placed your first order as a demonstrator. And then if you want to add the live, you can for $20 a month. There's a lot of perks for being on my team, but that is one of the big ones. So yeah, and I'll be actually live on Saturday afternoon. So if you're a Stamp Happy Academy Premium or Live member, you can catch me live. I've got 3 fantastic layouts for you, and I'll be sharing 6 cards. I'll be making 6 cards on that. So there you go. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Cheryl said she told some ladies during the on-tour presentation from Stampin' Up! About Stamp Happy Academy. That's awesome. And then adhesive kits, you know I always sell those. They come in these cute little pouches. You can choose your color if you want to. If not, I just send you something random. I have purple, red, blue, green, black, and yellow, I believe. And you get tear and tape, liquid glue, seal adhesive, glue dots and dimensionals, a sand eraser, an adhesive eraser, and a ruler. Now, I must say that the price of these adhesives are going up from Stampin' Up! So I will have to be raising the price of these kits. So right now they're $45 if you buy them by themselves, $40 if you add them to another class that I'm already offering. But when the catalog goes live and I have to replenish my supply, I will have to raise the price. Things are going up just like everything else, and so I have to do that all as well. So there you go. And then the last thing is I always have packs of cards, all occasion cards to go. There are 20 cards in a package, and they're $25 plus priority shipping. So if you want any of that stuff, links are always in the description of the video. And there you go. Okay. That you can, oh, Cheryl, you're just so awesome. Thank you. So last week, girls, we did a flower pot card. If you weren't watching, you should check my YouTube channel. I think I did put this out as a standalone video. I kind of cropped it out of this live and put it in its own video. So you can find this on my YouTube channel, or you can watch my live from last week and see how to make this so easy, but so stinking cute. This was a card I kind of made on the fly. And so, yeah, I don't know, kind of crazy. They also saw this card on tour. Are you talking about this card, Cheryl? I don't know. Anyways, I didn't share it on tour, so I don't know how they would have seen it, but maybe they watched my video. Who knows? This was a stamping on the fly card. Oh, wow. Cool. Okay. Fantastic. It turned out pretty good. A lot better than I had expected in my head. So I was pretty happy about that. And then finally we did this with I think it was the In Bloom or All Blooms bundle or something like that. And then I found out, oh, Cheryl, I see what you're saying. Perfect. I think the day after I did this live, this bundle sold out. So I'm not saying that I sold out the bundle, but just kidding. This was a card that I made using it last week, and it turned out really, really good. Okay. Last thing I have to share with you is some thank you cards I've gotten from some people. This was from Joanne. She attended our retreat, and she sent me this fabulous, I can't remember what these things are called. I want to say a box card, but I don't think that's right. Anyway, look how cool that is. So she sent me this, very, very sweet of her. She actually sent me another card too. Which one was hers? Was it this one? Yes, she sent me both of these cards to thank me for the retreat and everything else. And so that was really sweet of her. So Joanne, I appreciate that so much. Then I got a card from Maria, same thing, thanking me for the retreat, because we had a fantastic time in the retreat, you guys. And then my one of my team members, Barbara, look at this. She made a card for me personally. So it says, thank you, Barb, using that alphabet set that I believe is retiring, along with our it's like our Stampin' Dimensional foam sheets. And so she popped up the letters. Oh my gosh, look how amazing this is. Isn't that awesome? So thank you, Barbara. You have the most amazing name, by the way. Hee hee hee. Okay. So let me put these out of the way, get my papers, this stuff out of the way. And then we will bring in our first project. This. Okay, this is the one. There's always got to be one card that I come up with every week that I just don't, that I'm just not positive that I'm going to like it. So I have a bunch of varieties here. I mean, a bunch of things I don't know what I'm going to do. So I've got 2 pieces of Designer Series paper. They come from the In Good Taste. And this paper is 40% off right now until it's sold out or when the new catalog goes live. So, and there are like, I want to say 48 sheets in here, I think. But it's 40% off for $12.60. They're 12 by 12s. Amazing. So yeah. So I didn't know which orientation I would want my wood plank. So I cut both. And then I have a backer or a layer for that. I'll tell you the measurements here in a little bit. And then, what the heck did I do here? Oh, I guess we're not using this. And then I die cut some things from the Hippo and Friends dies. Some labels. I don't even know if I'm going to use these labels. I'm kind of thinking I'm not because I changed my mind and I think I'm going to use vanilla. And these are white, so that's not going to work. But the Hippo and Friends dies are 20% off. So if it's something you had your eye on, you should go grab it. We are going to be using the Honeybee Home bundle, which is my online class for the month. And yeah, I'm not a fan of bees. I mean, I look at these things and people go, oh, they're bees. They're so sweet. No, they're not. They're black and white, and their counterparts, wasps, will sting you. And I know that bees are not the same as wasps. I understand that, but I can't differentiate because they're black and white, or I mean yellow and black. So my brain can't differentiate between what's nice and what's not nice. They're all icky. Okay. So I'm going to use some early espresso ink. And here is one of the stamps. So I guess I should do my stamping first, and then we're going to kind of see what happens here. Let me grab a piece of vanilla out of the drawer here. There's a piece of vanilla. And here's the bee. And so I thought I would stamp my little floral arrangement. These might be hollyhocks. Oh, good Lord, that was loud. These might be hollyhocks. I'm not sure. They kind of look like hollyhocks. When I was a kid, my grandmother had a bunch of hollyhocks out in the alley behind her house. And we used to go out there and pick them and then create hollyhock dolls out of them. And they were really fun with toothpicks. Now, this isn't going to work, but I already have these die cut anyway. So if it doesn't work out perfectly, it's totally fine. But we might be able to do it anyway. Anyway, so it reminds me of being at my grandmother's house. I think they're hollyhocks. They look like the hollyhocks that I used to use. So we'd take like the big bloom, then we'd take the bud, and that would be her head, and this would be her body, and then we would make dolls out of them. Okay, so I am not sure what this is. Ink on my stamping surface. So we're gonna see. Oh, yeah, we're going to get that off because Lord knows I would get it on my fingers and then get it on my project and then we'd make a mess. Yeah, Lisa, you and me both. I had a horrible experience with wasps in my basement here for a number of years, and I'm just not a fan. They're yucky. But I'm trying to get over it because Stampin' Up! Seems to like bees, and they have a lot of things that have bees in them, a lot of stamp sets, and so, yeah. Okay, so I already die cut these. So, and I have to tell you, I have recently discovered Post-it tape in the skinny, it's like 1/3 of an inch size. I used to use washi tape to hold my dies in place, and then I would always be tearing my paper, and I found this Post-it tape, and holy cow, Post-it tape is where it's at. Not so much with the washi. So I am a Post-it note fan now of using Post-it note tape. So there you go. And in case you're interested, I do have a link in the description of the video. I get it on Amazon. Okay, so we have those die cut. Is the duck still here? Yes, Kathy. You'll have to go back and watch the beginning of the video because I show you the duck. I actually take the phone over to his little, I guess, brood, which is right behind me in my stamp room here, and I show you Peepers, and you're going to love him because he's very sweet. Okay, now I get it. Hollyhocks probably aren't yellow, but these ones are going to be. So I am going to, because my card is going to be, I'm using the Bumblebee cardstock and this Bumblebee ribbon. So obviously my flowers need to be Bumblebee. So I am just going to try to do this now. These flowers are inked in, oh, that's supposed to be green. Well, I might cut that off. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Barb, focus. Okay, so what was I even saying? No, I think I am, because my ink is water-based, and so, or wait, these markers are alcohol-based. Why is this, it's bleeding a tiny, tiny bit. So I'm trying to be careful and not like really color too much, because I don't want the espresso to like bleed all over the place. So I am trying to be careful here. And again, this is the card that I don't know if I'm going to like it or not. I tried to pattern it off a different card. Let's just say that. I had posted a card for mystery stamping from my team last month on our team Facebook page. And I do this every month before our team meeting, like 4 days before our team meeting, I will post some mystery stamping clues. And then the gals will create a card based on the clues, and then they'll post them. And then I draw a winner for a prize. And sometimes I give everybody a prize. It just depends. And I don't draw based on anything but participation. So if they participate, they get in the drawing. It doesn't matter what they've done. I mean, sometimes it's hard with mystery stamping if you don't actually have the thing to go on. Sometimes it's hard to know what you're, I shouldn't say supposed to do, because it's mystery stamping. There's no right or wrong. It doesn't matter what you do. And so, yeah, I base the prizes solely on participation. And yeah, we have a little bit of fun. And then I demonstrate the card during our team meeting a few days later, like I said. So anyways, this layout is what I did for my team meeting. You can see I brought my dark marker in because the light just didn't look very Bumblebee color to me. And of course, as you guys know, Bumblebee is one of our colors that's retiring this year. I think the ink refill is already gone. So hopefully you got an ink refill if you wanted one. Where did that bee go? Oh, here it is. Ugh, yuck. So icky. I'm trying to embrace. Oh no, you're so cute. Thanks for showing up, bee. All right, anyways. Are all colors be? Oh, okay. Mary says hollyhocks can be yellow. Awesome. Okay. I don't remember. My grandmother's hollyhocks, I think, were like pink, pinkish, reddish. It's been a long time. I mean, I was a young girl when we would do the hollyhock dolls. I mean, I was probably, geez, I don't know, 10, 11, somewhere in there when we used to go, when I used to go visit my grandmother. And then my cousin, who was about 6 months younger than me, her and I would, of course, hang out all the time. She was like my best friend growing up. And yeah, we just loved going to Nana's house and making the hollyhock dolls. And actually, Nana lived only just a couple of blocks from my cousin. So that was pretty fun. We would go and stay at my Nana's house, and then we could just run to my cousin's house and hang out and play. Okay, so those are done. So now I need to, now I've got a lot of figuring out to do here because my card's going to go hot dog way. So it's cut to 4 1/4 by 11. I need a bone folder. Okay. And I cut that really not that good. So hold on. There, that's better. Okay. So then I have to decide what I want to do. Do I want the hive folder on there, which by itself looks pretty cool, but then if I throw on this wood planking DSP, it's not so, I feel like there's like too much going on there. So I thought, well, what if I just had a plain piece of, early espresso, and then my wood planking. And then I thought I would bring my floral pieces in. And I didn't know. I was thinking maybe I'd cut them off, but maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just leave them hanging off a little bit. I don't know. And then this. Yeah, Cheryl, I was thinking that too. She says no hive. I agree. I don't think I like the hive. Something like that was kind of what I was feeling. I did bring in the little bumblebee trinkets here, but I don't know. And is that like too many bees? I mean, to me, one bee is too many bees. But I mean, honestly, is that too many bees if you have a metal bee and a paper bee? Or should I just get rid of the paper bee, and add some metal bees? Maybe that's better. Maybe he can go. Because these bees aren't as icky to me as the paper bee. So maybe we'll do that. Then we need a strip of cardstock. Here's a strip, but this is way too big, so I need to cut it down. So let me bring in my little tiny desk trimmer here. Now, I've had people ask me about these trimmers, and this is one of these tiny little trimmers. We actually got to earn this for free one year. It was a celebration thing. If you did something, I think if you joined Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator, you got this little thing for free a few years ago. It's like my favorite trimmer, and I did find one that looks almost just like this on Amazon, and I have it linked. I don't think I have it linked below, but it is linked on my blog. So below here is a link that says Barb's Crafty Favorites, which will take you to my blog. And this is what I call a photo trimmer. Like it was designed to trim photographs, but I love having it on my desk because it's just small enough. It's just the perfect size. Okay, I need a sentiment, and I think I'm going to go with Miss You. That seems fitting since my little friend Peepers is going to be leaving me. It seems a bit fitting that I would make a miss you card because I'm going to miss him. I really am. He's just the sweetest little thing. And he's really quiet now. He doesn't bother me. Oh, these scissors are not good. Well, we'll just try to be not so heavy-handed when we stamp it. I need a block. Peepers, I'm going to miss you. But like I said, he is a gigantic time suck. No lie. He sucks my time like nobody's business. I need a pad. I think I might want to use Bumblebee. We shall see. I might end up using Early Espresso. I don't know. But I think we're going to go with those bees. And this, is anybody... What size is the Bumblebee and the DSP? What size is this little Bumblebee trinket, Cheryl? Is that what you're asking me? That's crooked. The DSP is 3x4. I can tell you that for sure off the top of my head. Oh, I know what you mean. The Bumblebee paper. Sorry. Duh. Yeah. The DSP is 3x4, and then the Bumblebee layer is 3 3/16 by 4. I know. Why would you have it be 3/16? I don't know. It just seemed like the right thing to do. I didn't really like it thicker, and I didn't really like it thinner, so 3/16 it is. You could probably easily go with a quarter, 3 1/4, or 3 1/8. Either one would probably be fine, but I just decided that's what I wanted to do, and it's my card, so that's what I'm doing. Okay. All right. Now this I'm going to stick down here, but a lot of times I like to add a tiny bit of color to the back end of a sentiment strip. So I'm going to cut myself a tiny little square here, and I'm going to see, is that the right size? It's pretty close. Sometimes I like this. Oh, I wish you guys could hear Peepers. He's just over there. He's just chirping. He's so funny. Okay, I may have to do it with Bumblebee instead. I don't think the olive is what I'm looking for, so we're going to go Bumblebee. Let me grab a scrap. Okay, and then we'll stick it on the end. Okay, so I'm going to add a tiny bit of glue to this. That glued. Oh, that's the glue that I used to hold my camera in position. That's why there's no glue coming out of that. No glue will ever come out of that. It's completely empty. Thank you, Judy. Have a nice night. All right. Get that on there. Maybe I'll make a YouTube short about Mr. Peepers. People have been doing shorts. Little, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Why didn't somebody tell me that I'm a ding-dong and that's not what I wanted to do? You probably were going to. But there's a delay from when you guys hear what I have to say and then when you respond. So how much longer will I have the duck? Sylvia, let's hope tomorrow the duck is gone. And, you know, I love the duck and I'm going to be sad. But like I've been saying, the duck is a time suck. I know, Martha. Isn't that funny? So thank you for watching out for me, Martha. I appreciate that. Okay, so that's what we're going to do with the card. So this layout is very simple. You could use multiple papers. And that's what I love about doing these mystery stampings with my team before our team meetings is they come up with some amazing cards, you guys. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's fun for me, and I think it's fun for them. And I will show you my inspiration card here as soon as I get this all stuck together. Okay, so that's going to be about like that. I think that's even. Boy, sometimes all I can tell you, this is not even. What the heck? I swear it was a minute ago, but it probably wasn't. Okay, so I'm going to add these. I think maybe I'll add one with dimensionals and one without. We'll see how we like it. We'll go one for sure. And then, there we go. Oh my gosh, I can hear Peepers still. I wish you guys could hear him. He's so cute. He just whistles. Like I said, I don't know if it's his little nose. You know, like he has little holes in his beak. Bill, whatever you call it on a duck. I think it's Bill. And I don't know if that's what makes him chirp or whatever while he's trying to sleep. I have no idea, but it's adorable. Okay, let me get some glue dots here. Bring my little brass bees back in. I think they're brass. And these little bees, I think, are on sale, if I remember right. I want to say they were normally, what, $6? Hold on. Because when I priced out my class, I did everything with the, yeah, they're $6. So they must be on sale for $6. Maybe they were like $8 or something. I don't know. And yes, I do remember last week when Peepers was making me crazy because Peepers was, oh my gosh, the poor little thing. I think it was just scared and lonely, you know, because it had just come, you know, it had traveled from wherever they come from to the store here where they get sold. And of course, it had been with its, you know, its family and friends. And then all of a sudden, you know, this punk 18-year-old kid buys it, you know, and then drags it home in his loud truck. And then, you know, so I think it was scared and very uncomfortable. And so I did a little bit of research a few days, you know, within the time that we had the duck. And I found out that they like mirrors. So I did get a mirror. In fact, I showed you the mirror in the video earlier in the show here. So I got him a little mirror and he loved that thing. That was like, I think, a lifesaver for the little thing. He would just, and I don't know if it's a he or she, I just call it he. He would just sit in front of that thing. That's where he would sleep. I did make a home for Peepers, I know. And my son, he said something about, gosh, I hope Peepers doesn't die. And I said, that duck is not dying on my watch. That is not happening. So, yeah. Peepers, you can't die while you're here. And I take really good care of them. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to laugh your heads off at this. I was looking online, you know, like a treat for a duck. And I found out that ducks like, you can feed them peas. So I sent my son to the store and I said, get some snap peas. So he gets the snap peas. So I painstakingly pull all of the peas out of the pod. And then I chopped them up really small so that Peepers could eat them. And because this thing has seriously doubled in weight, I'm sure that's what ducks do. But, you know, I've never had a duck before, so I don't have any idea what they do. But this thing is huge compared to what it was when he brought it home last week. It's probably more than doubled in size. So anyways, I've been chopping up these peas. That duck goes absolutely crazy for peas. The minute I like stick the chopped up peas in his little bowl, I have a special bowl for him, of course, the pea bowl. Oh my gosh, he just comes racing over and he just hogs them down like crazy, and he makes that chirping sound. It must be a sign of contentment, maybe, because he just chirps his full head off. It's so funny. No, Margaret, I'm not getting a duck for Mother's Day. No, I can't have the duck. Okay, there is the card. Oh, let me show you my inspiration card. Here it is. So this was the card that I did for mystery stamping. I used the tulip stamp set. That's retiring, even though the punch is not. So I did gray. And this is the paper from the Heart and Home out of the mini catalog. And then these little tiny butterflies, no, dragonflies, are that shimmer vellum. And that stuff is so cool. It is super shimmery. So anyways, there you go. Okay. Boy, I've been blabbing. I feel like we should already be halfway through the show by now, but we're not. We've still got 2 projects to go, and the next one is kind of messy. So let us get prepared for messiness. And it's going to show you our new... Oh, I totally forgot the ribbon. I guess I didn't need the ribbon. Or do I? No, I don't think I do. Well, okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm going to just try something and see if I like it. Maybe I'll put a knot of ribbon on it. I don't know. We'll see. It might be too much. We've already got a lot going on, but it might not be too much. It might be cute. So we'll see. Anyways, the next project is messy, and it uses all of our in colors, our new in colors. I'm going to pass. I'm going to say no. No on the ribbon. Okay. Get all this stuff out of the way. Oh my gosh, I always make such a mess. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Push all that out of the way. Clean up the space, because we all know I can't stand a mess. Here is the silicone baking sheet. Now, if I have it this side up, I will get comments that it's annoying and distracting. So right away, we're just going to put it face down. And I'm only doing this like to protect my work surface, because I'm going to be using baby wipes and ink. So you probably can guess what we're going to be doing, a baby wipe technique. So we are going to use, I think we're going to use 3 baby wipes. And these have come in very handy down here to clean up the poo from Peepers when Peepers and I go for walks around the stamp room here. Thank goodness it's linoleum, so that when Peepers drops his poo, we can easily clean it up. Okay, so we've got 3 baby wipes. We're going to be using the Wild Roses stamp set. This is a retiring stamp set. It's on sale for 20% off, and it's beautiful. Okay. Get those all flattened out. Then we're going to bring in all of our new in color inks. The last one. Now, I don't normally do in colors this early because we still have a few weeks left in April, but this is a retiring stamp set, and you can do this with, you know, any colors you might have, but we're going to start with this one. So I'm going to start with some Tahitian Tide in the middle, and I'm just going to scribble some ink on here. Okay. And where is my thing that I'm copying here? Okay, so then I'm going to use the Sweet Sorbet, and I'm going to put that right below the Tahitian Tide. And I hope these are long enough strips, I guess. Parakeet Party is going to go just above. So this, of course, if you've never seen baby wipe stamping, this is going to be our stamp pad. Okay. Starry Night is going to go at the top. So we'll just scribble some Starry Night up here. There we go. And then finally, our Orchid Oasis, and we're going to put this at the bottom. Yeah, Kim, I know it's TMI, but that thing just poops. Oh my gosh. So much. How can you have that much poop in you? I don't know. Okay. Let me get out a piece of paper here. So and this is a quarter sheet of white. Whoops. Let me get a handle on it. This is just a quarter sheet of white. So I am going to take my stamp, and I can see that I have some fuzz on it. So let me use my tape to get some of this fuzz off. I must have used a baby wipe to clean it off earlier, so they can leave some fuzz. Okay, so now we are going to pick up the ink. It probably is pea poo Francie. I've been feeding the thing a lot of, well, not a lot. He bought like a small package of sugar snap peas at Walmart, and I've just been, I know, the thing is spoiled beyond belief. Here I am cutting up peas for it, but what are you going to do? Okay, I'm going to move that out of the way. And then I'm going to place my cardstock on here. And then I'm going to press. Hopefully this works out. I do have another piece of paper in case it doesn't, but we shall see. Okay. And then we have that, which is fantastic, but I think it moved, so we're going to try it again. Okay, we're going to bring it back in. And we're going to do... Somebody Googled... Okay, let's see. Donna says, duck poop is basically like fertilizer. According to the same source, no other livestock manure has NPK. What is NPK, Donna? I don't know what that is. That sounds like science, and I don't know science. I'm sure Dina would know. Okay, I need another piece of white. Maybe we'll try it this way this time. And we'll see, because we're going to cut this down, so it doesn't matter if it's like all the way perfectly on there or whatever. So there we go. Ugh, pressing hard. Because I'm trying to transfer this. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. That's much better. Isn't that pretty? And I love these colors so much. Okay. So those are our 4 or 5 new ink colors. They're fantastic. So I need a trimmer. And so I'm going to end up cutting this down to 3.5. I know, Joyanne. That's what I told my son. I said, is this person going to take care of Peepers the way that I'm taking care of Peepers? And you know the answer is no. No one's going to take care of Peepers as well as I did. I'm kind of a little bit anal. Yes, I admit it. I am. Oh, I think I cut this way too small. Oh, shoot. Well, it is what it is. We'll just figure it out. Okay. So, yeah, way too small. But I think I made my strips of ink not wide enough. So that in and of itself was my first problem. But you know what? It always works out, right? Okay, did I get that? I think so. And I got that. Okay, that looks pretty good. So anyways, this is what we have. Actually, I think I might need to make it a little shorter because we're going to go 4.5. Yeah. So that's 4.5. So this can be 3.25. And I think that's about what it is. 3.25. Does Peepers have a bathtub? Of course, Bonnie. It's a very large, not Tupperware bowl. Oh my gosh, that reminds me. Pam, one of you people that watches me, Pam watched a video of mine a few weeks ago where I said I had ruined one of my bowls because we made some popcorn in it and we burned it on the stove, my husband and I. She sent me a silicone popcorn popper and a set of bowls from Amazon. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. So sweet. Kind of like Peepers. Anyways, he does have a big bowl that he can swim around in. And we just barely started putting him, I know, Donna, really, putting him in the water. Because, you know, I didn't know, you know, how old he has to be before because like right now, because he's like, not that he falls off, but he'll like sit on my lap on the floor. Like I'll be sitting Indian style on the floor. And with a towel on my lap, mind you, because he does poop a lot. So he likes to curl up on my arm, and he fell off my arm. So he fell like, 8 inches to the carpeted floor the other day, and he landed on his back and he couldn't get up. And I had heard that he wouldn't, that they can't flip over, and he could not. So, I had to flip over. So I was really afraid that if he was in the water and he got flipped over, so I have to watch him, of course. so he doesn't, he loves the water. He was so funny this morning. He was like running into the water and then he'd run out and he'd run in. It's only like, 2 inches deep, so he can't drown or anything in it. But oh my gosh, he's so much fun. Anyway, okay, so I mounted that. So I cut this to 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, and I mounted it on a piece of Orchid Oasis that is now just about a 1/4 inch bigger. So it's probably what? Oh, I need a ruler. Can't reach that high. So this is probably almost 3 1/2. So 3 3/8 by 4 5/8 is the layer. And this is just a piece of basic white thick cardstock. Okay, so then I need some sentiments. So I grabbed the All Squared Away stamp set and the sentiment here that says the best thing about today is you, but we're going to mask off is you to start with. And oh, I've already done it. But I wanted to show you guys, these are some new dies. Remember when we used to have our stitched dies and they took them away? They're kind of back. So we have these fun banners and then we have some circles and some squares. So they're in the new catalog. You cannot order them right now, but this is kind of a new card mixed with some old stuff. So new stuff mixed with old stuff, or new stuff mixed with retiring stuff. That's what I'm really trying to say. So anyways, okay, I already spoiled the surprise. So I masked off the is you and then I stamped there. Okay, so now what we can do is for the inside, that's going to go on the outside. So for the inside, we're going to stamp the is you in the Orchid Oasis. The ink colors are so pretty. You guys are not wrong. So we masked that off. So I'm going to pull off the tape. Hope I don't. Okay. Try that. That worked out pretty good. And then I have this other little sentiment in here that says you are so worth celebrating. So we're going to put, make sure I don't have it upside down because that would be really bad. Okay, so that's going to be on the inside of the card. And then we have this on the outside. Let me get rid of this tape. I'm afraid I'm going to touch something and I'm going to get Orchid Oasis ink all over the place. Okay, so we have that. Now I need the Tahitian Tide, what is this called? Metallic woven ribbon. So I'm going to fold it in half and I'm going to put it behind this. Now I'm kind of particular about how my ribbons lay. So you know me, I'm a big fan of tape. So that's too big. So I'm going to add, oh my gosh, I just got a piece of my hair in there. You guys see that? I just pulled my hair when I went to bite that piece of tape. Anyway, the struggle is real. Okay, so then I'm going to have these two ends come out about like this. My husband is home. He pretends like he doesn't like Peepers and that he wants him gone. He's a liar. He loves Peepers. In fact, he'll sit down here and hold Peepers while I am cleaning out his, I guess it's called a brood. I don't know anything about ducks, like I said. I guess that's where you keep them, is in a brood. And of course, mine is a very rudimentary brood. It's some Stampin' Up! Boxes. But it's working out good. We put some packing paper in the bottom. And then we have all the wood chips in there. And I have changed out the chips here and there. And yeah, Peepers is totally spoiled, you guys. Totally spoiled. All right, I'm going to add this right here. I'm not liking the ribbon. I'm going to cut that off. There, that's better. Okay. Yes, please come back and watch the replay, Pam. You'll be able to see my sweet little Peepers, my duck. In the beginning, I take the camera over to his little home and I show you his little home and all the fun stuff that he has in there because I'm trying to make it fun for him because, I mean, I get it. It's boring here. He has nobody to play with. Okay, there it is. So there is a card using all of the new in-color refills, doing the baby wipe technique. So I hope you guys liked that. So I am just going to move this onto the floor and we'll deal with that later. There we go. And we can move some of that stuff off of the desk here. Well, here's what I made earlier. So this is the actual size that I wanted it to be. I don't know if it's going to make any difference. But then I realized that I wanted to put the Tahitian tide in the middle. So like this one, I just tried to break up the blues. But then after I got it done, I was like, well, you know, Starry Sky and Orchid look similar. So I decided to put them at the top and bottom and then put the Tahitian tide in the middle, just because I felt like that looked a little bit better. So anyway, and if you guys didn't know, if you're not a demonstrator, but you're thinking of joining as a demonstrator, you can actually add these new items to your starter kit this month. So if that is something that you are interested in, please let me know. I am happy to send you the links to the items so you can see them. And yeah. Okay. Final card coming up. Clean all that out of the way. Garbage, garbage, garbage. Oh, this is a fun card, you guys. This is funny. This is a card. Stampin' Up! Used to have a magazine that they would send to demonstrators every month, and it was called Stampin' Success. And within that magazine, they had a lot of articles about, you know, stamping techniques, folds, the spotlight on stamp sets. I mean, we're talking, you know, 10, 15 years ago. So the stamping and whatever is old in the magazine, but the ideas are amazing. So this card that I'm going to share with you now is a card that I got out of one of my old Stampin' Success magazines. So we're going to use the Boughs and Blossoms bundle. So this is a bundle that is in the January to June mini catalog. And if you have seen the big catalog, you would already know that the punch is carrying over, but the stamp set is not. So we're going to use them today. Right now, you can purchase them as a bundle. We're also going to be using the Everyday Label Punch, which is not retiring. We're going to be using these fun little shaker shapes. They are 40% off at $4.20. Amazing. And they're like little, they're like rubbery kind of pieces. So they're pretty cool. There's little yellow stars, green circles, and then the pink hearts. And we're going to use Basic Gray for a sentiment. And then we're going to use Granny Apple, Polished Pink, and Daffodil Delights. This is going to be a very bright, fun April Eastery Mother's Day card. And so I also have a, what do you call this? A clear envelope. Duh. Come on, Barb. Get a grip on it. Carla said she had to go back and see Peepers. He's so sweet. I know he was a nuisance last week because he had just gotten here, Carla, and he was so loud and obnoxious, but now I love him so much. And then I have a 4 by 5 1/4 layer of white for the inside of the card. And then this is a 1 5/8 by 2 5/8. And I'll tell you why it's this size in just a second here. So the first thing we need to do is to get our main card prepared. So this is a full sheet of polished pink cardstock. Where did I do? Oh, here is my trimmer. And so I need my trimmer. Good job, Laura. She ordered it all. Excellent. So I'm sliding my paper. I've got my long side at the top of the trimmer, and I'm sliding it into 5 1/2. Okay, so that would be what you would normally cut your paper in half at to make 2 card bases, but that's not what we're going to do. We're going to score this. Okay. Then we're going to bring our cutting blade, and we're going to bring our cutting blade down to the 4 1/4 inch mark. So you can see on this side of the track, there is a ruler, and I've got the 4 1/4 inch mark right there. So we've cut that. So now I'm going to rotate this. So the shorter edge is at the top of the trimmer, and I'm going to line it up at 4 1/4, which would be the size you would do to cut it in half the long way, the hot dog way. And I'm going to score it again. So I'm going to bring my scoring blade up here, and I'm going to score that. And then I'm going to bring my cutting blade down and meet up with my first cut. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this corner piece. So now this is what I have. Okay, so we have this piece here. So we're basically, what's going to happen is this piece is going to come down. And I need a bone folder. Where are you, bone folder? There we go. And then this layer is going to fold over to make our card. And we may need to do a little bit of adjustments, a tiny bit of trimming maybe or something. I don't know. Maybe when we get all done, we might. Or I can try to fold it a little bit differently. So anyways, this is what we have. So we would open the card. It's going to be, this is what it's going to look like now. Okay. So this is the front panel of the card. So if you were to close the card, this is the front. So hold on to the front and then open it back up. We're going to punch this layer with our everyday label punch. So I'm going to slide this punch in all the way and then just so far away from the edge, however far I want it to be. Okay, and we're going to punch it. So that is now a hole in the front of our card. So now this little piece here, I measured this hole and then I made this piece of white just slightly larger. Okay, so it's going to cover up the hole. So that's how I did that. So now we're going to put our card base away for a minute and we're going to do a little stamping on this piece here. And this is where the stamps come in. So I have taken a few of them out of the case already. And we're also going to do our inside layer. So I'm going to stamp my sentiment first and I'm going to mask it off. So I'm using gray. So I'm going to mask off the U. So I'm only going to ink up thank right this moment. So I'm going to ink up thank. Okay, and then I'm going to remove the tape. And then we're going to stamp thank somewhere here like so. Then I'm going to clean it off. I'm going to bring my chamois in. And I'm going to clean that off. Spank it to dry it. And now we're going to cover up the thank. Okay, and we're going to ink up U. Okay, and we're going to remove the tape, and now I've got U there, so I'm going to try to stamp U centered underneath thank. We'll see what happens. I did it earlier when I was practicing, so hopefully I can do it again. All right, here we go. Oh, there. That's pretty good. All right, get rid of the tape. Boy, I think all I do anymore is masking techniques for you guys because I just love it so much. It's so fun and it's so easy to do. All right, now we need the flower. So I've got the polished pink here. So I'm going to ink up polished pink and I'm going to stamp it right here above my thank you. I'm also going to stamp it on the inside of the card twice. Actually, I have done this ahead of time. I have taken the stamp set and I have stamped it onto copy paper and then I've fussy cut it out. So I have a few of these pieces to work with here. And so we're going to use them. So I'm going to cover up this image with the piece that I just cut. And you'll see that I am leaving a little bit of the pink showing because that's going to help get a nicer image than if you try to cover the whole thing up at once. So we're just going to kind of bring this down and then pull it away. So that makes it look like the flower is behind. So we are going to do this again because we're going to add some leaves now. So we're going to bring in our granny apple. Move those out of the way. And so I've got a little bit of the pink showing again, and I'm going to stamp some leaves just like so. I'm going to come over here and cover this up. Whoops, I want it right here. So I'm going to cover that up, leaving some of that. I'm also, you know what, I think I'm going to cover them both because I think what I want to do is do this. Okay, so now we have leaves, and that kind of went over the top, but I think, why can't I, do we have a troll, you guys? Does somebody see that troll? Can somebody get rid of that? I'm pretty sure that's a troll. Actually, I'm going to do it myself. Okay, there we go. There we go. So that didn't work out as great as I would have hoped, but it is what it is. So now we're going to come over here and do this on the front of our little piece. This is actually going to end up being what is called, it's going to be a little bit of a shaker card, but it's going to be pretty cool. Oh my gosh, I got to get rid of this guy now. Hold on. Can one of you guys report and block him for me? If you wouldn't mind. If you can't, if somebody can't do it, I can, but I don't like that he's commenting in a different language. There. I think that got rid of the guy. Okay. Bye. All right, so now we're going to do our yellow. Thank you, Tony. These people, quit ruining our fun. Geez, just go away. So I'm going to bring the yellow in, and I'm going to kind of block it off a little bit again. And I'm going to add a little yellow here. like that. So now that piece is done. And then for this one, we're going to do a little bit. We're going to block that. Looks like everybody got rid of him. Yay. Bye. You aren't going to mess with me and my Stampin' friends, buddy. Goodbye and good riddance. Okay. So we have all of our stamping done. I'm going to move all those out of the way so I don't stick my hand in it. Oh, I was good. Now I changed my mind. Okay. So now what we need to do is make our little shaker piece. So we've got that clear envelope. Okay. So this little thing here is going to go inside the envelope. But before we actually do that, whenever I make shaker cards, you guys, I like to add some shaker bits to the actual image that I'm sticking into the sleeve, or however you're making your shaker card, because I feel like the bits, when you're shaking it around, then they always fall to the bottom, and then it's like, oh, well, there's no bits showing. So if you actually take a little bit of glue and you actually glue some bits randomly around your piece, then add some more bits, it just looks a little better, I think. So we're going to pull out our little things. These are called the shaker shapes, and they are on sale. So we're going to just add a couple. So we've got a green circle, we got a little heart, put that up here, maybe a little yellow star right here on the flower. What do we got here? Another heart. We will put our other heart right here. And then I think we'll go one more circle. That's not the circle that I want. You are not the circle I am looking for. Star Wars droid reference. Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to add another yellow one right here. There. So I'm just using teeny tiny little drops of glue. Okay, there. I had my head down for a while, so did we have any more trolls come in? No. Good. Bye. Okay, so now, whoops, I'm going to get on there. I'm going to press those into place. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to drop it into this envelope. Doesn't matter what way, just drop it in there into the corner. Okay. There we go. Then just take some scissors and cut around it. Wow, these scissors are dull. These must be my kind of bad scissors. Yeah. Okay, so then fold this back. So you're closing this side off. And just add a little tape. Keep that closed. Then we have a little pocket here now, and we can add some more of the bits. And these particular bits are a little thicker than, say, like a sequin or something. So I don't go crazy with them. Well, I guess it's your card. You can do what you want if you decide to make one like this. But then I try to have them get kind of flattened out. Like that one is bumped up. Okay, so flatten them out. And then close up the package from the back. And tape that shut. I know this seems like it's quite putsy, but it's not that bad. You just did it all at once. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add our adhesive around this. So I'm going to use some Seal Plus, and I'm just going to add a little bit of Seal Plus. So I'm kind of going around the corners and then along the long edges. Okay. There we go. And then we're going to put our little piece down onto a silicone mat, because there's going to be some excess glue probably. And we're going to cover it so we can see our, whoops, we're covering our entire sentiment there. And we're going to stick that like that, and then press it into place. So this is what the back's going to look like, but no one's going to see that because we're going to cover that up with our top thing here. So the inside's still going to look really nice. And then this can go on the inside. Yay. Goodbye, troll. All right, so I'm going to set this on the inside. This is our inside layer. Trying to make sure it's even. Okay. Now, if you want to add some ribbon to your card, like if you want to wrap some ribbon around the card, do that before you close the flap. Okay. And this is how I recommend doing it. I would take a ruler. I'm going to put some baker's twine along the bottom So I'm going to take a ruler and I'm going to have it on the bottom. So it's on the bottom of my little open area here. And I'm going to put a little pencil line. Can you guys see that? Maybe I should move this up just a skosh. I'm going to put a little pencil line right here. Okay, right there on that fold line. And then I am going to just snip out the tiniest little thing, the littlest piece. And then if you have some left, you can erase that. Then we're going to bring in some baker's twine, and you could do, if you needed to do ribbon, you could make a bigger slot, a bigger hole. Okay, and I'm going to use a floss threader that you can buy at your local drugstore to get this to go through, because there's no way I'm getting that through on my own. And the beauty of this is, because it goes behind that flap, that if you can't get it nice and tight, like Barb can't, then I can trim it and tape it, and it will look fantastic. So I don't even really need to worry if I'm going to get this nice and tight, because I'm going to fix it if I don't. And I have a feeling that it's not going to be tight, but it is what it is. Where are my good scissors? Are they here? No, those are not. All right, where are you, good scissors? Well, we're just going to have to make do with some crappy ones for the moment. Okay, so then you want to manipulate your knot so you can have it where you want it. And I kind of want it just right down here in the corner. So that's perfect. And then I'm going to manipulate my loops so that I can get them to be as big as I want them to be. I don't want them huge, but, you know, big enough. You know, and I find when my ribbon or my twine starts to twist, if I twist it the opposite way while pulling it out of the loop, and then I hold on to the knot, and I pull it again, pull it back, I can pretty much get rid of that twisting. And maybe that doesn't bother you. It does bother me. And so I'm going to have to do it again because it's twisting on me again. Dumb thing. Okay, so there we have that. And it is feeling a little floppy. It's not super floppy. Oh, it's stuck on my, there you go. It's a little bit floppy, and so I'm not super happy with the floppiness. And you know me, I don't like that floppy ribbon. So I am going to do my little trick where I'm going to pull it here, and I'm going to put some tape on it. And then I'm going to cut it. And then I'm going to pull it this way. So that way it's tight. But you definitely want to trim off your ends because you don't want them to show through the bottom. Okay, so we have our ribbon. So now we can just close this up. So now I'm just going to add glue, and I'm going to use liquid glue because I kind of want glue to be all over the whole thing so that it sort of seals all the way around. Okay. You know, so I'm trying not to put globs of glue. They're just like skinny little beads at the edges so that hopefully it doesn't like squish out all over the place. I feel like all these things are in my way. I can't work in these conditions. Okay. So it's just a fun way to make a shaker card. A different way to make a shaker card, I think. Okay, that is cute. Then the last thing I wanted to do was, we have this In Color Shimmer Vellum. I think it's on sale. I can't remember for sure. But this is the polished pink, so you can see it definitely has some nice shimmer to it, and it is vellum. So I'm going to get myself a couple of these little bows out of the pink. There we go. And I'm going to kind of layer them together. I'm going to use a tiny bit of glue, like right here where these come together. All these little branches or whatever you call them. That's way too much glue. Hello. And then I'm going to glue these together. So I don't want them to be completely on top of each other so that they're the same, but I want them to look a little substantial. So I'm kind of, does that make sense? Where I kind of put them together, but they're off-centered just a touch. And then I'm going to add a tiny bit of glue back here. There we go. And then I'm just going to tuck this right under, get out of my way, Punch, right underneath my knot here. There. Oh, yay. Somebody said it was a brand new technique. It was to me too when I saw that. Like I said, it was in a really old Stampin' Success magazine. Like, I don't even know, 10, 12 years ago. I still have them all. I've saved them over the years. And yeah, there's just a lot of fun stuff in there. Now there's a tiny bit of excess cardstock here that maybe nobody would notice, but I'm going to trim it off. Okay, and there it is. So there's nothing on the front. The fun on the front is the little shaker bits. Now they don't always move around really easily. That's why you kind of want to glue some down so that even if they do all like fall to the bottom in the mail, you'll still have some glued up there, which is kind of fun. So that's it, you guys. That's my 3 cards for the day. So let's bring them back in. We have our fun little shaker card. And you can also do it this direction. Just depends on how you fold it. And then we have our fun baby wipe card using all the new InkColor inks. And then finally we have our Honeybee Home card. This is my class again for the month of April. So if you're interested in the class, the link's in the description of the video. My InkColor Club, again, I'm starting that with the new catalog, and that is also in the description of the video to sign up for that. I can't find my papers, but whatever. It's all in the description of the video. My little Amazon store is in the description of the video. If you do purchase something via one of my links, I make a tiny bit of money. We're talking cents. And I figure, you know, when I get paid from Amazon, I'll go buy some candy and I'll happily eat it while I'm creating fantastic projects for you guys. So anyways, I'll have to let you know what happens with Peepers if he actually leaves tomorrow. Fingers crossed, because I've got to get some work done. And I will see you guys back here next week. So goodbye, everybody.